Hey there, fans of brotherly love wrestling. It is I, Vic Delicious.
Philly's own, the Mecca here.
It is the real McCoy, J.D.X. Justin D. Xavier. And
it's your man, CD, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City.
Hey there, brotherly love wrestling. Bill Carr here.
Hey everyone, this is two-time guest Wheeler Yuta.
Two bozos from Philadelphia flapping their gums about pro wrestling this, pro wrestling that.
Which is not that unique in the grand scheme of things yet.
You are in for a treat because you're tuned in to Brotherly Love Wrestling.
Philadelphia, are you ready?
No! They said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Welcome, everybody, to Brotherly Love Wrestling. And on the show this week, we'll be talking about SummerSlam since we missed a week off. So just jump right in. We actually watched this one together. Haven't done that in a little bit. And
Mania?
Yeah. So it's been 4 months since we actually watched the pay-per-view together. And I think we both came out of it feeling the same way, a pretty solid showing. I think way more storyline driven, like deep into storytelling.
Everything kind of, it was not so much end of the storylines. I mean, a couple of them were, but it's more like a story arc, and now they're just building on it, especially with two of the matches in particular.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could start with two of the major moments of the pay-per-view, and we'll start with the beginning, and that's Liv and Rhea, which both of us said watching. I didn't think that this match was going to be as good as it was. I think it, as far as match quality itself.
So I will say that I don't watch wrestling as much as I
once did. Yeah.
Which is a shame because it's everywhere. But my last impression of Liv was kind of meh, but with the right character and story and all that, I guess anybody can be really good. You get what you get out what you put in.
Yes. And also, I think with Liv, not just, and I'm not going to just say Liv, but I think wrestling now, or WWE now, is a lot like when we were younger with the Attitude Era. You don't need 5-star matches in order to evoke feeling.
That was like a phase.
Yeah.
I feel like they went through a little phase. They're like, all right, let's do. I don't know, but it's still really good wrestling.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying the wrestling's bad. It's just you don't need that 5-star match in order to pull something out of the match to make you feel something.
No, they don't bank on the 5 stars.
Yeah.
If they get one here and there. Well, NXT was getting them. NXT can still get them.
Yes.
NXT was the 5-star
that's true
company.
Yeah, that's true.
But they still had decent storylines.
Yeah.
WWE, the main roster, it's the soap opera.
Yes.
It is the fucking male soap opera.
Absolutely.
It is the soap opera.
But
that's how it always has been. That is the blueprint.
It is the blueprint.
And never stray from the blueprint.
And as we were watching, we saw Dominic get the chair, and Rhea took it, and he stopped her.
I'll stop you there. I'm going to superimpose me on the Jay-Z Blueprint album.
You're going to do it, or you want me to do it?
I want you to do it.
Okay.
So that way I can just have it
in
the background. Because it is the blueprint.
Okay.
This show is the blueprint of how shows should be.
Okay.
Continue.
But anyway.
Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio.
Made it look like he was concerned and didn't want her to get DQ'd.
Hey, man, he plays a good scumbag.
He does. Very good.
A good cowardly scumbag.
Very good. And then, of course, the chair gets thrown in the ring. He distracts the referee.
It was weird. That was the weirdest part, is like you didn't know that's what he intended until He smiled.
Yeah, until he
kind of
smirked.
looked weird.
Yeah.
Kind of looked. I don't know. It wasn't perfect, but
yeah.
we got it after the fact.
But yeah, after the fact, they do the big kiss, and Rhea is pissed, and it was a great turn. I think a lot of people saw that coming. A lot of people were saying him turning on Rhea.
I'm just getting ideas as we're talking, or as you're talking. I'm getting ideas.
Yeah.
So we should eliminate all the background noise from an episode of Raw, and just do crowd audience from like a sitcom. Because when they kissed, that would have been great. Ooh.
the canned responses.
Yeah. When they do something great, we just put a big round of applause and the boos. We could literally, it could be that, and we'll do like all the background noise, like all the foreground noise. Fine.
Yeah.
The background noise out, and we'll just do
just
that.
eliminate
like it's a studio,
crowd noise.
like it's a sitcom.
Yeah, it's a studio audience.
Yeah.
Like Family Matters
That would
or
be
Full
incredible.
House, something like that. With that.
I wonder if anybody's did that yet. Or if anybody's done that, I should say. That was
I've never
really good fucking English right there. I wonder if anybody's did that.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I think it would probably be very funny. I think we have to cut it off.
Only my brain and my hands were like somewhat coordinated with life. Because I come up with
your thoughts and your ability is more what it is. Your thoughts
and my want to be able to learn said ability.
Well, true.
Because I could learn it.
Yeah, it's not.
I could. It's not rocket science. It's just the fact that I'm too lazy to be like.
And you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of free time.
My free time, I don't want to like. That's how people like do it though. They go out all day and then they literally come home and they do that shit. Like I would never be able to do that.
Chances are they probably don't have kids if they're doing that, or they don't sleep. Either one of the two.
What I'm thinking.
One of the two.
They're sponsored by Adderall.
Yeah.
Or crack, depending on where they live.
So the other one we'll talk about, because it still is Judgment Day, is the World Championship match. Gunther, Damian Priest. Another hard-hitting match.
That wasn't even the other one I was talking about.
Oh, I was trying to keep those two together.
Yeah, that's fine.
But to see Gunther cut open from chops was impressive, and I like how he played it when he.
That was your match quality match.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you talk about banger. That's the definition. That match.
He does. I mean, he works. Gunther, I'm speaking about. He works really well with like kind of anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like with the little guys, he just overpowers them so much. When it was him versus Dragunov, like.
Although Gable seemed different, a different feel with Gable.
So Gable's kind of like. He's technically sound.
Yeah.
And I know Dragunov's not. I mean, but he's not an Olympic athlete.
Yeah, of course.
Like Gable has that small, because of his quickness and the way he uses it, small chance of belief. But I think Gunther like really shines when he works with someone
around
the same size. That's why I'm pissed we didn't get him versus Brock. I would have loved to seen that, because Brock getting slapped, he's not going to take that too well.
Yeah. Well, and that was the rumored leading up to Mania.
I know that. I still kind of hope that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And in some, I mean, I know Brock's doing whatever now.
Yeah.
There's certain things.
Whatever he wants. Yeah.
Whatever. But I'm sure he would be able to come back and do that. That's what I want to see. But yeah, it was a good match. Finn. So they're talking. Were we literally talking about Demon Finn as that match was happening? Or was that just me?
Yeah, we were.
So yeah, and then who's the one that said that's got Demon? Make it Demon face.
Me.
You.
Yeah.
So
that's when he turned around.
For reference, it wasn't just me and him, and I'm not thinking that I forgot to say. There was a couple other people there with us.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking who said this.
Yeah, we were talking about Demon Finn, and Mike did say, well, the Fiend can't, or the Fiend, the
Demon,
the Demon can't be heel, and I said no, he's better as heel, because
he's gonna get cheered though.
Yes,
that's the problem with the reaction that you want. It only works for like certain people.
But
Finn's not one of those people.
I don't know. I don't know if it can't work.
It could. It would just take a lot of work.
Well, what you have to do
a lot
is
of work. He would
have to have him lay out Rhea Ripley.
He'd have to be evil.
Yeah, you'd have to have him lay out Rhea Ripley. He'd have to lay out Priest. You have to do what a heel would do and take out the baby.
I think him laying out Rhea would garner the reaction.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, I know they're pushing Priest into the face.
Yes. Yeah. Which he has been coming slowly but
Yeah,
surely anyway.
but I don't know if the large majority would get behind him against the demon.
But yeah, again, it has to be the right circumstance behind it.
He's got to give you a reason to boo. Like he's got to be,
Yes.
but he has to get rid of the fucking entrance.
That's
One of the fucking entrances
Just
you're gonna do with him.
Just like Nakamura, how they changed it to Japanese and they took away the lyrics. Like you can do
He
it.
can't do this.
Yeah, no. That has to go away.
Yeah,
It's crowd interactive.
Yeah, he could be the demon, but they'd have to change certain parts of him.
And it'd be hard because you're already doing the Wyatt Six, so you're gonna
Let's get him a
tiptoe a
motorcycle.
fine line.
I think a motorcycle.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
Too corny. Can't do it anymore.
Moped.
Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, the corny level from a motorcycle to a moped drops with that.
We'll get him a unicycle.
Unicycle. Oh yeah. You just at this point, yeah. Why don't you give him just what is that? Power wheels, and have him go down on power wheels.
Maybe an accordion.
The other thing, I don't think I saw it coming, but LA Knight being your new United States champion.
I had hoped, but I wasn't. That was one of those ones I wasn't too sure. Like I thought he might win because they're starting to get to the point of where they start to need a champion around for certain.
Yeah.
I mean, SmackDown needs the solid.
Yeah, of course.
Mid card.
Yeah,
and LA Knight's going to do that.
Yeah, and you can do anything with Logan. You can plug him anywhere.
Yeah, he doesn't need. He brings his eyes. Like, yeah, it helped. He adds a lot to any story he's in, though. I mean, he does know how to play it.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys that he's not going to be a face. You want to boo him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's punchable.
Yeah, exactly.
You need people that are punchable.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, they really got punchable faces. Tony Khan's a punchable face, but you don't need him. He's one of the. He broke the mold. When they made him, they broke the mold. I don't know who they is.
Let's not go down
that. His parents.
That avenue. But new United States, United States champion.
Down to Electric Avenue.
Also a new
take it higher.
Intercontinental champion.
Yeah, there was all title change after title change.
4 out of the 6 had changed hands.
It's like a fresh start.
It is a fresh start.
I like it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't. And I know it's been like since Mania, but I'm okay with the fresh starts. I knew Breaker was winning that one.
I didn't think
they're not going to do
gonna
back
beat
to
him
back.
Twice. Yeah, I agree.
They were waiting for the bigger stage for Braun Breaker. So I mean, kudos to him.
One of the I think probably of the night the most entertaining from bell to bell was the McIntyre.
Oh, that was my favorite.
Punk.
That was my favorite match of the night.
It was. I think Rollins, although at first I thought, man, this might make it more about Rollins and take the focus off them.
No, they played this really well. It was
enough
focus on each person.
It was. I thought him with the ref cam.
Drew got a little bit overshadowed because, a lot of us know what the end game is here.
Yeah.
It's Punk Rollins. They played the story great.
They did, yeah.
And they kept McIntyre relevant, and he's still involved. And surprisingly enough, match, he lost.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, like, because you hear all the things about Punk, like, I feel like he's in it for business.
Yeah.
Like, and he knows how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he just he control how because you sent me the TikTok of him trolling the crowd.
Yes. Yeah.
There's actually fans back here.
Yeah.
Well, you can keep all that. That's fine. But
yeah,
I mean, he seems like he's in.
He is.
You see, all in.
Yeah. Lack of better term, he is all in with the WWE. Yeah.
Yeah. He's Cody's also all in.
Cody is all in.
Cody's all in.
I think
it wasn't all in. MJF was not. He couldn't get all in. He could have.
Not with the WWE.
Oh, no. He could have got all in.
Of course he could have.
He could have got it. So could Ospreay. He made the wrong move too.
Yeah. For different reasons than MJF.
All right, I'm going to stop derailing us. Punk, McIntyre, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me excited. It makes me excited to see what's to come. honestly.
Yes.
Like, I know it's Punk Rollins is going to be, like, when they finally get to that, it's going to be
Mania, first of all.
It's going to be a show.
They're not going to do it until
That's
Mania.
a show stealer. That is Brett fucking Shawn.
It is, yes.
That is Brett Shawn right there.
As close as you're going to get to Brett
in
Shawn
like
in 2024.
in a modern day, they're both fucking hugely over.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
This is great.
That was the other thing.
Like, this is you said like, that. Nobody, like, this. You can wipe out every, because this is going to be like a bloodline thing. Punk Rollins is going to hit, and it's going to be the biggest, like, it's going to be tough to top.
Yeah.
That when that happens.
But that was the other cool nod that all three guys made for that match.
Yeah.
McIntyre wearing the green overcoat. The Undertaker type coat.
Rest in peace.
Seth wearing the cutoff rep shirt like HBK.
It's very sparkly.
Very sparkly, but still the same style. And then, of course, Punk wearing the black and pink for Bret Hart.
He must have loved that. He's probably like, this is so cool.
Absolutely.
He's like, I'm dressed as Bret.
Yeah.
I'm paying homage to Bret Hart at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
If you told him that a year ago, you would have told us to go fuck ourselves.
That's true.
I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm so fucking happy.
And then you had the main event, Cody and Solo, which obviously we were saying started off a little slow and had to make that build.
It was a build. It was when I think back at the match, I was like, man, that was like it was really slow. I mean, it was meant to be that way because you knew it was gonna get chaotic, and once it got chaotic, that was gonna be the end.
Yeah.
So you just had to get there.
Mm-hmm. And we finally got there.
Yeah.
And the tribal chief returned.
The original tribal chief.
The original tribal chief. And the Superman punch and spear was when he what do you call that? Roar or whatever the hell you want to call whatever.
Yeah, remember they hated that? They booed the shit out of that.
And of all 57,000 people did it in unison.
It's 57-1.
That was ridiculous. That was insane. Cody, of course, getting the 1, 2, 3 and keeping the belt. Like,
it doesn't it seem like it's playing out to be that as fucking Survivor Series war games.
He's going to join with
that. It's going to be Roman, Cody. We've already got 2. I forget who else makes their way into that because it's a Raw show. But you got Jay on SmackDown. He could come over. Jimmy isn't back yet.
Well, remember, no, Cody is on SmackDown, and so is Roman.
Yeah, I know. No.
Oh, you're saying the Raw?
Because you got. It's probably going to be all SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, you still have Jimmy yet to come back. I feel like he's definitely going to be inserted in it.
Yeah.
I felt like with Jacob Fatu getting hurt, there was something pulled back.
Jimmy coming back? Did he really get hurt?
So he was apparently he got hurt. If you watch it in slow-mo, which I watched it, the dead center of his shin hits the corner of the table.
Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't his knee because he would have been real.
But he was walking around in a walking boot. So, I mean, that's a better sign than crutches.
Yeah.
So, at least he can so, we'll see. I mean, there's still...
He can still be out there.
2 full months until 2.5 months until Survivor Series.
Give him a weapon. He'll be fine. Seriously.
True.
Just give him a weapon.
He is a monster. He is an absolute monster.
I mean, he don't need a leg if he has like a fucking kendo stick or something. Like, that'll be his other leg.
But yeah, we'll see where that leads. I think
when Jimmy comes back, you got the whose side are you on storyline. So that's interesting. That's fun. You can play that out for a little bit. Jimmy finally decides.
Yeah, but they beat the hell. I mean, the new bloodline beat the hell out of Jimmy.
Oh,
so he's going to be with Roman, as you would assume. I mean, obviously, we hope to see Paul Heyman on Friday on SmackDown with Roman now back.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of schedule we're about to see for Roman.
I mean, I assume every week, if not every other at the most.
Probably not every.
Yeah, like depending on where we're setting this up for. We already have the next pay-per-view. We already have the next pay-per-view coming up on August 31st. Which is Bash at Berlin.
Yeah, you're not getting that there.
Which we already have a title match already made for Bash at Berlin. We got Gunther versus Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton's shoulders weren't down in the qualifying match for King of the Ring. So now you're getting the return rematch, but now Gunther's the champ. So you already have. There's the main event for Bash at Berlin is fucking Gunther and Randy Orton.
Yeah, and he's gonna win in Berlin.
Of course he is. I mean,
he's gonna beat Randy.
Yeah.
Man, Randy's really doing him a solid. Isn't
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Jeez.
Yes. Yeah.
You can never say Randy Orton isn't a team player.
No, not at all. So I mean,
doing what he gets paid for. That's how you stay. That's how you stay in the biz for that long.
Did you see? Did you? How much of Monday Night Raw did you see? Did you see the Wyatt Six?
I saw like the clips of and more than the clips. Like I saw enough of it.
What'd you think of their in ring as far as that?
I mean, we already know what they were in ring, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying as far as these characters are now,
they're not. It's not bad. I mean, it's kind of. I feel like it's in like a middle row seat.
Okay.
Like in a car. Like it's not in the back seat. It's not the main focus, but it's somewhere in the middle. Like it's a mid card.
Yeah.
Like it does. And I hate to say this, but without Bray, it doesn't feel like it's. It doesn't feel like it's the same. It sucks. Like I know what they're doing, and I know, but like I feel like Bray brings it to the main like forefront.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing.
But this is fine. Like
you're going to have
to
build. You're going to have to build confidence.
This is just
in the fans.
This is just their first.
Yeah. Literally their first matches.
I just hope they don't. I hope they don't pull the throttle off. Like I hope they stick with it.
Yeah.
Like I hope it doesn't fizzle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to keep making.
Because the build-up was great.
The build-up was great, and I think you have to keep making these little touches at like the McAfee show. And you have to keep doing these promos.
Keep it in the eye.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Get to the pay-per-views. Get to the big stage.
Yeah, well, I think they're doing it. They're doing it the right way as far as right now, still building on Monday Night Raw. All right, they had their first match.
They're kind of they're what would you call them? They're a faction, and I guess they're all able to wrestle, but they're just not. They haven't all yet.
But I mean, you only have just Sister Abigail or Abby the Witch, they're calling her, and Bo.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the only two right now that haven't yet. But again, it's still very early. I don't know if they're going to lead.
You need another faction to go. You need at least 3 people to go against them, right?
That's what kind of upsets me about although the Judgment Day now seems like it's the new formation.
Here's something I'm putting together right in the old cranium.
Okay.
You'll like it. And I guess it's got a possibility of having. They need at least tag teams to join up with someone else, right?
Yeah.
This faction. That's how they're going to have to build it.
Yeah.
Because they kind of had a faction with the LWO,
which is still somewhat together. Yeah.
But what if they add 2 members and they feud to the LWO and they feud with them right away?
Okay.
So Phoenix, Pentagon, both leaving AEW.
Are they? Wait, is this
contract is up? And they were supposed to be in a trios match for the titles.
Okay.
In London.
And
at Wembley.
Okay.
And that got scrapped.
Really?
Yeah. So you bring in the Lucha Brothers, put them with the LWO, and you have I mean, that would be crazy. Because those guys with the right production behind them, I think they could be like kind of.
I think that's the biggest thing that WWE lacks on, and
House of Black. I would love to see House of Black versus fucking
the Wyatt Six.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at the LWO and you look at even like Escobar and Humberto no, I would say Del Rio. Humberto Correa?
I'm gonna let you butcher it.
Yeah, I can't remember what his last name is. And then like you have a lot of these secondary and third level guys that are put into these factions, and then even like the LWO, where you had the young tag team put with Mysterio and Carlito in the LWO, trying to get them up. But them not getting enough mic time, and B,
well, you bring in 2 guys
wrestling.
like the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're losing. There's a lot of third level people that you have, not even mid card, that are kind of just there. Just like.
So what if you put Mysterio with them?
Mysterio with the Lucha Brothers? I've been on the record as saying I'm done with Mysterio. I just give me Dragon Lee.
Okay.
Give me Dragon Lee.
Well, wasn't he with the Lucha Brothers? He was with the Lucha Brothers. He's in Dragon Lee's in NXT now.
Well, I know he's in NXT now, yeah.
But he was with
Was he with them?
I'm pretty sure he was like one of the first iterations of
Well, the first iteration, it was the Death Triangle, was Pac and the...
No, but I thought they were...
There had to be there might have been a time when he came...
Either way, he'd be the perfect guy with him.
He would. I'd much rather see a Dragon Lee and the Lucha Brothers than...
Lucha Brothers plus someone else. Whoever you deem to take on the Wyatt. That's all I'm trying to get to. So it could be 4-on-4. It could be the Lucha Brothers and 2 other...
Yeah.
Could be a Lucha family. I don't know what they call them. Triple H probably has a little bit better at making decisions. Because if it was Vince, they'd be the Mexico's national team or something like that.
You mean like the Mexicools?
Yeah, he would probably. He'd call them like the Mexicans.
Come out on.
He would call them the Mexicans.
Come out on the John Deere's down to the ring. Like we haven't seen that before.
Yeah. I would hope he won't be. He would try and bring that. Ben. They fucking love it. They need that shit up. Genius, bung it.
That's I feel like there's the strong, obviously main event card. You have a really strong mid card at this level too. It's that what they're lacking is that start of the card, that lower part of the card where it's weak. Maybe because they're not being exactly
or anything in the. That's how it always kind of has been.
Yeah, but that's the thing about NXT being as good as it is. And you having a lot of these supplemental wrestlers that are just kind of hanging in the background.
Up like a first card, like not middle card and not high card, like
that lower end of the card.
Val Venus and Kai and Tai.
Yeah, but even Val Venus was mid card. Kai and Tai I'll give you lower, but Val Venus was a solid mid card for his time. Because look, he was right up there with Godfather. It was Val Venus and Godfather and Goldust and
Test was in there.
Test was in there at that point.
He made himself into the main card
for a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, it's just that's the only weak point if there is a weak point.
Eddie was a mid carder.
For a little bit, yeah.
A while.
Yeah. Until Latino Heat hit.
Until he
with China, once he did the thing with China,
he was still a mid carder at that point. I'm talking about when he got his world title runs.
I know, but it was because him getting over Live Heat and Steel and all that, and Latino Heat. But yeah, I mean,
we've seemed to have sidetracked.
Yeah, well, I mean, shocker.
It's the blueprint.
Shocker. But yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I see being a weakness for WWE, but it's really not even that big of a weakness.
It's not that big of a weakness
because
you have another show like NXT that like
exactly
supplements like having like a lower starting card. You have a great, what do we call them? What is it? The developmental. Developmental.
Yeah.
Remember when they were developmental?
Yeah.
For like a hot second. Now they're back.
NXT 2.0.
Wow. Can't win them all. Can't win them all.
So the other thing I did watch.
How dare you?
How dare I?
How dare you watch something else?
Well, it was Dynamite.
Oh,
so which we didn't speak about at all. Obviously, we were together for SummerSlam
for good reason.
But watching it, what I'm doing more with Dynamite and AEW in general.
You're watching it with one eye. You're watching it with your third eye.
I mean, that would be a cool way of doing it.
You're watching it with 3D glasses.
No, because that would really screw up my vision.
You're watching it in black and white.
I'm trying to take, obviously, a more optimistic view of it because I've gotten very negative because of you rubbing off on me because of that. And I've tried to remove myself
from me.
my negativity,
I'm the negativity.
My Joe feeling when it comes to AEW. And just watching it for what it is and what is in front of me and stop trying to analyze and compare to WWE.
I don't want to compare it to WWE. I just want them to be somewhat I want them to be different than how they are.
I know. I know you do.
Like that, I don't want to compare. I don't want another WWE, but I want something that like fucking makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. That's the only problem. There's my only disconnect from AEW. Because if I can lose myself in just their matches and like,
Go ahead. I was gonna say something, but go ahead.
lose myself in fuck.
I thought you were gonna say something else, but go ahead.
All right.
Go. If you could lose yourself with their matches.
Yeah, like if they just had pay-per-views, like they were just a pay-per-view company and not a weekly televised company.
We have said.
Like,
We have said that.
their weekly television is just so unattractive. But their pay-per-views, very good.
Yes.
I don't feel like I need to watch anything leading. Like, that's the problem. I don't feel like I need to watch anything leading up to it. I can just watch the pay-per-view and just be happy about it. And that's what I'll do if I didn't have to pay $70 per fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like, they're making it
get
impossible. Like, I want to watch their pay-per-views, but I'm not invested enough in anything. Like, because I know all I have to do is watch the pay-per-view, and I'm like, I'm good. Great matches. They're fucking great matches. That's it.
Would you pay $50 for WWE if we didn't have Peacock?
So this was back in the day. Honestly, I could swing it because I know we could split it.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, we weren't splitting it. Our parents were either renting it or not.
Yeah, that's true.
They're either, can we rent this? No. Fuck.
Yeah, basically.
Well, now I can't talk to anybody. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
No, tomorrow.
Going to school,
I
I'm gonna be
can't
lost.
talk to anybody because they probably all watched it. Or you just go over to your friend's house who is watching it.
True.
Or who has the cable box where it steals all the pay-per-view channels.
Exactly.
I had one of them too.
Me too. Yes.
I don't think I would pay 50 or 60, like, because I haven't. Like, I haven't for AEW. That's all there is. Would I? I know I would at least do 4. Money in the Bank, I would probably do that. I would at least do 5.
Okay.
Depending on what, like, because it would force me, I would have to watch WWE TV to get to, or I wouldn't understand, like, because they're not going for match quality. They're going for what's happening in the story.
Yes.
Like, I would have to at least catch up with it, like, kind of like how I do. Like, majority of it is just like clips and reviews and like kind of just the shit that was important. Like, I'd be able to watch a pay-per-view of that.
That's true.
AEW, I don't go back and I don't watch anything. Literally nothing. I'll see a couple clips because what they're showing me is just like doesn't interest me. That's all there is to it.
Well, and
tag is bothering me. It doesn't come off. Well, I was on there, man.
Got it.
Shockaware.
You feel better?
Yeah, man. It was irritating me. Everything's got to be tagless. Come on now. Soft spun cotton. Thank you guys over at SBW. It was a great shirt. It's just the tag needed to go. So shout out to them. I actually went there the other day to resell some of my old wrestling stuff and t-shirts. They hooked me up and I got a free shirt.
Nice.
Good guys over there. And I just learned that they're opening up a second store in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, like kind of like by Hogan's place.
Okay, in Clearwater.
Yeah, right next to it.
Okay.
So not too far from it, probably like 15 minutes.
Okay. Nice. Good for them.
I told them to start traveling, like do like pop-up shops at like pay-per-view events. They would do a fucking like they wouldn't even need to run a fucking if they just we'll say it was a smaller company, they just went to show right, they'd be able to do fucking $500,000 just by doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
with their products and what they have.
Yeah, like if you have a kidload of stuff, you just bring stuff to the it's although it could get tough because some people might not want everything. Either way, suffice to say, this isn't a topic of that we need to discuss.
Well, but
I made that decision
anyway. Like I was saying, with AEW, the one thing that, like I said, I have been watching and has caught my interest, and I am into, and I think majority of fans who are into AEW are looking.
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
Is it the Tony Storm?
No, what I'm talking about is not Tony Storm, no, but I am interested and invested in
because
Mariah May and Tony Storm.
So here's the thing: that is one of the things that I am caught up on.
Okay,
believe it or not,
that's good.
As weirdly as it is, I will go back and watch those, so I know what's going on there.
Okay.
Some of the stuff is still a little hokey.
But it's not weird. It's not weird for you because it is actual storytelling.
Yeah.
That's not weird for you because that's what you want to see.
Well, that's the thing though. Like everybody else that they got going on, I'm like, it's hard to follow or it's just kind of weird.
Well,
like,
everything could be here and there.
I would like to see a different iteration of Jericho doing something somewhat meaningful. I would like to go back and watch that. I would, dare I say, I would like it if they ran a tag team angle and FTR, the Bucks, something like that. They went back to what they did best. I would be interested in that. I want to be interested in more. Like I do, because I want Kyle O'Reilly to have a spotlight over there and do like
instead of being on a trios match on Rampage.
Yeah, like I want, like those are the people that I want to be. I want to be invested in Adam Cole. I want to enjoy what he's doing. Britt Baker, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do good women's storylines. I don't know what it is, but they do good women's storylines. There's just so many other freaking talent
that they don't.
No, they don't.
Yeah. So
like, there's certain people I want to be able to like watch and like them have something cool to do, like FTR, like I said.
Yeah.
Sucks. Wheeler, another one.
Yes.
OC. It sucks that it's just give me those names that I just said, put them on a show and just run that weekly. Please. Like, just use
and you'll
them.
watch the show.
Yeah, I'll watch the fucking show. That's all I want.
Well, Bryan Danielson is the one I was talking about.
And Swerve.
So that obviously is for All In. Yeah, in Wembley. And you have him saying that he's going to put his career on the line.
Yeah.
That he will never wrestle again if he loses.
It's an intriguing
especially because
angle.
His contract is up as of August 1st. So
yeah, that's where social media kind of fucks it because they're like, oh, yeah, he's going to be there forever.
Yeah,
he wants to be there. Like, God damn it, I don't want to hear that. I want to make believe that he's going to leave.
Yeah, he's going to go on an abbreviated schedule. He ain't going to wrestle all the time. So
does he win though?
That's the thing.
That's the swerve.
That's the debate. But
that's the swerve.
You have him versus Jeff Jarrett tonight on Dynamite in an anything goes match because Jeff Jarrett has told him and he's trying to get in his head positively and just fire him up and tell him you need everything. You need to pull everything out of you.
Oh, so they're building him up big
so
time.
Exactly.
It would be good if they build him up so much and Swerve still won.
Well, yeah. Yeah. If he's leaving, that's probably how you would probably do it.
I think they should do it that way. Swerve invest in your champions.
I agree.
Invest in your champions. Swerve he's still a new champion. They don't all need to have fucking really lengthy runs. But when someone's first heavyweight title reign and you got them on an incline, keep them on the fucking incline.
I agree. Yeah.
Keep someone on an incline in that fucking company, please. For the love of God.
Yeah. But we'll see. That interests
him
me.
beating Brian Danielson. Why do I always fuck that up?
Usually you do it on purpose. That you accidentally did.
I think I've done it so many times.
Yeah, that in your head.
I've confused myself on what his actual name is. Brian Danielson.
Yes.
No,
yeah.
Daniel Bryanson. No, wait, no, it's
come on, man. You had it right the first time. Brian Danielson.
All right, Daniel Bryan. There, we're back.
That too. Anyway, either way. No, I think that's the thing. Aside from, like you said, Tony Storm, Ryan May, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's actually. I still am confused at why they're pushing her as a heel going into her home country. I'm interested to see how the crowd reaction is.
Yeah, I mean, because like you said,
Tony's not really like a pure face, though.
No, I think she is.
Yeah.
At this point, I think she is.
She doesn't like pander to the crowd or anything like that, though.
No, she doesn't do traditional face stuff. I'll give you that.
She's getting cheered for, but I feel like she's not really a face. I feel like she could be either way.
I think she kind of was a tweener even before Mariah kind of turned on her.
Nah,
Because
she was
people still liked the gimmick.
Yeah, they liked what she was doing over what the people that she was in the match with.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man, all
so
right.
I still think she was getting over that way.
I'll give that one to you.
But
Point Larry.
There's a lot still there that I feel like you could fast forward through certain things to where you would find a lot of things.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to fast forward through all the trio stuff. I don't like it. I was talking to someone, actually, I think I was talking to the guy.
Was there?
Yeah, at SVW, the guy behind the counter. I didn't get his name. Stupid. I just don't, I'm not invested in trios matches. Like, I was talking about like, the fucking tag team division. I was like, I really liked AEW when they did the tag division.
Yes. The multi-man matches, I definitely get fatigue over. Like, I definitely get...
There's just nothing there. You know it's just going to be a spot fest. Especially with the trios that they had. Like, you had Kenny and the Bucks, spot fest. You got the Lucha Brothers and Pac, spot fest.
Yeah, but just those. I mean, you look at what they put on Rampage and Collision.
It's just mixed.
Yeah, and that's really, really what gets me disinterested. You want me to turn off AEW? That's going to do it for me every time.
Well, Rampage and Collision are just, they're on the downs, the big time downs.
Although there will be times on a Friday or Saturday night to where we've been up or we're doing something and we're going to bed at 10 o'clock and I'm like, man, I really wish there was something on I could watch to go to sleep. Just to not put me to sleep, but watch to wind down and then go to sleep. And I'll every now and then I'll throw Rampage on or I'll throw Collision on just because it's on my DVR and I see it pop up. And Jamie may already be fading, so I got to watch whatever I want. And like I can't remember what the trios were, but I just know Kyle O'Reilly was involved. And it was him and it was a bunch of just everyone thrown together and a trios match. And I'm just like, dude, I don't want to watch this. Like, I turned it on to watch it.
They did them dirty.
Yeah, I turned it on to watch it because I was like, yeah, let me watch a little wrestling that I haven't watched in a little bit. And, like, the second I saw that, I was checked out. I'm like, God damn it. Give me some kind of story. I know it's an hour show or a 2-hour show, depending on which one I'm talking about.
They don't do anything with that show.
That's what bothers me.
That show's
Give me Ring of Honor. Give me fucking Ring of Honor instead. Let me see the Righteous and let me see some of these people on Ring of Honor. I much rather have them than just throwing people together and be like, hey, you're on a card tonight. All right, cool. Like, that's the only thing that I can't get behind with AEW. I hate putting a match on just to fucking put a match on. Oh, we got to fill the card, so let's just put Shibata against Orange Cassidy for no fucking reason. No story, no nothing. Like, that's the thing that bothers. If we want to be negative about AEW, that's the ultimate for me. Like, I can get that storytelling, they might not be the best at, but at least they try. Random fucking tag matches, random trios matches, random singles matches for no reason. That's what gets me out.
It screams live event.
Yes, it screams house show.
Yeah, house show.
Yeah, I agree. That is what.
Not a premium live event.
No,
just a live event.
Yeah, definitely just a house show, and that's what it feels like. Hey, we need these people on the card, and we need to.
Well, that's why one of them's freaking filmed before the other show.
Yeah, Rampage.
Yeah,
because Collision.
That's how good that's going to be.
Collision is doing a residency
at his place in Jacksonville.
No,
huh?
There's another city they're doing it in. I can't remember what it is.
Chicago? No.
but they're there every
about.
Saturday now. So that's a cool.
That's
a cool concept. Yeah.
At least you got the same, but make it a fucking storylines and shit.
Yeah, that's one thing I just wish.
Let the people get cohesiveness.
Yeah,
that are there all the time. Make it like an NWA show. Make it like real fucking like.
Yeah.
You're playing for the live audience, but it could then transition to TV if it's the same every fucking week.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like if it's like storylines, the same people every week.
Yes.
Just make it that.
Yeah.
It's only an hour, 2 hours.
Collision's 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, Rampage is the hour.
Yeah, I mean that's a little tough, but you would still get more people to like. You can do every other week. I mean, I feel like it could be wrong. So much. It could be wrong so much fucking better.
Yeah. So coming up, like we said, we have 3.5 weeks until Bash of Berlin for WWE. I think it's that same weekend is All In, if I'm not mistaken. All In is the week before. So Sunday, August 25th is All In at Wembley. And then the following week is Bash of Berlin for WWE. So you got 2 back-to-back weeks of. I mean, that card's going to be ridiculous. It's Wembley. You got Danielson.
That might be one of those shows that I would think about purchasing for AEW. Like those big, big time stadium show. Something like that.
Yeah.
Because then you're getting like really good crowd noise.
Well, the funny thing is you got 3 weeks in a row of big time shows. You have
All In.
Bash of Berlin.
And then
All Out.
Yeah.
September 7th. Yeah.
3 weeks. Ooh, that's a good 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's a good way to end the summer.
Big time.
It was nice of them to do that for us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Wrestling's like pretty cool about that. They give it 3 bangers in a row. Bang, bang, bang.
So
bang, bang.
Coming up on our show next week, we will have O'Shea Edwards here.
Well, not in studio, but
joining
on the screen.
Yeah, joining the show
in your speaker holes.
Yeah. He will be talking his debut in Fight Pro, which is September 8th, Gloucester City, New Jersey.
It's a big dude.
He is a massive dude. I made the graphic, which will go out later this week, depending on when you're listening to this,
or watching.
Got me. But I sent the graphic to Ernie. I said, "Hey, I'm going to put this out at the end of the week," and he was like, "God damn, he's a bad looking dude." I was like, "Yeah, man. Like, I would not want to mess with O'Shea." So it'd be cool to talk to him. First time ever having him on the show.
Yeah, we get a first before we end this.
Yeah.
A couple more firsts.
We could talk a little Ring of Honor because he's obviously former Ring of Honor. So we could talk a little Ring of Honor. Talk Fight Pro, like I said, coming up September 8th, which will be at also
Goons Dependence Day.
Goon Dependence Day.
Independence Day.
They're throwing out the fight rules, so no violations or anything.
Be a lot of dancing.
I don't know. Well, I can't say that for sure because it's the Goons. So anything could fucking happen.
They're gonna go to a Broadway number.
But
aren't we coming up with Goons as well?
September 17th.
Yeah, so
we should be having Nelly on. Talking about the Goons working on a documentary for the PWI 500.
Gotcha.
So he's coming up in September. For that September 8th show, the Mecca returns. Brian Johnson will be on that card. And Prince Nana will return to Fight Pro. And he will be at September 8th. So some pretty cool names being on that card. Aside from, of course...
You think I'll bring Swerve with him?
I doubt it.
Okay.
It'd be pretty cool, though. I mean, look, Prince Nana can do what he wants, so... We'll find out, but yeah, so next week, make sure you stay tuned. Look for us. We'll be talking to O'Shea Edwards. And then, like we said, more coming up where we'll be talking to more people as time goes on, trying to figure out who else we want to have on the show.
We want you. It's not one of those ads.
No.
I take that back. We don't want you.
No, we just want you to listen and watch.
Or watch.
That's what it is. But yeah, so we hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching and listening. We'll be talking to you very soon. Don't take any shit from anybody. See you guys.